good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with the homie Swifty Blue, rapper out of Paramount and the CEO of Grimy Records, y'all. He drops a whole lot of hot shit, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. How you doing today, bro?
Whoa, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, it's a blessing to be sitting right here with you, bro. Excited to be able to chop this game with you, learning so much about you, man. It's, hey, you know, all I can say is dude's a beast right here, what he do. Now, coming up in Paramount.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Now, coming up in Paramount, shout out to Paramount. I want to ask you, growing up as a kid, what are some of the things that you thought that you wanted to be growing up?
Well, you know, growing up, believe it or not, you know, I was playing basketball growing up as a kid, so.
Okay.
And I really like playing basketball, so I always used to tell myself, like, I want to be a ball player.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously, like, you know, that's just, you know, sometimes things don't go as planned, but.
Yeah, the height situation.
Yeah, so all that, you know, I'm hype, man, and, you know, I wasn't the fastest,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
My shot wasn't the sharpest.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a ball player.
Oh, wow.
And I want to do other things too, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that.
So what influenced you about ball? What, you know, were you pretty good? What was it that?
Well, I just really loved it. I loved it, and I watch the NBA. I watch Lakers play, and then I was like, man, that's what I want to do. I want to ball. I want to be on the team. I want to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Get paid to play. That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck a regular job. I'm gonna do something like that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. So was it? I mean, so when you figured out that ball wasn't the route, was that something that discouraged you a little bit? How did you kind of deal with that?
Well, I just, you know, once you get a little, like, middle school, high school, I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of motherfuckers out here balling. You know what? We might have to find another way to get rich.
I feel that. We all got to come to that reality at some point when we think that ball is life. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do forever.
That part. You know.
Ball is life, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, shout out to everybody that's doing this shit. If you work hard enough, you can get there too.
So.
Now, at 13 years old, you starting to dive into this music. You would get your first CD, which your sister would take you to Walmart, and you would get a CD player, and you would get a Lloyd Banks CD. Now, you tried to play it for your pops, and your pops thought it was trash. Now, was this the hunger for more Lloyd Banks?
Well, yeah, my pops, I was showing him my gift, like what I got, and then I'm like, look, listen. And he puts it on. He's like, this what you want? This is trash. You know, he told me like that. Yeah. So now I was just like, oh shit. He don't want me listening to this rap shit. You know?
Yeah.
That's really what it was. He didn't want me listening to like music. You know. You know. Obviously the rap, they not talking about the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
positive thing.
Exactly. They talking that shit. So he just didn't want to have me listen to that shit. But other than that, I wanted to hear some rap. I wanted to hear that shit.
Yeah. What was your favorite song? Was that the Hunger for More project?
You know what? I'm not sure what project it was. I forgot.
Because I know that said, I'm so fly, I got money, so that's a good enough reason to buy the things I buy. That project went up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of after that, I kind of fell off Lloyd Banks a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
he had some shit. No, Banks had some shit.
Yeah, no, Banks got some stuff. I mean, even currently, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap into Banks. Was G-Unit one of your favorite groups back then?
You know what? It wasn't one of my favorite groups, but it was just one of the first groups that I stumbled upon their music, like their CDs. I'm at Walmart, I'm shopping for some on my birthday, and this happened to be one of the first CDs I picked out of Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what was the first beat, if you can think of, that you recall yourself like, I'm finna rap to this? What beat was that for you?
I don't remember what beat it was, but for sure it was some old school, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
It had to be like, you know, for sure some. You know, like everybody goes through a little phase where they bumping number like Tupac, number Biggie, and number Nas or something. So for sure, it had to be one of them type beats or something I played, and then just start trying to rap to it. I don't remember, but you know.
Yeah, I feel that. Now, you got a moment where you was rapping with your cousin, caught a woman's attention, and she said that y'all had talent. Did that mean anything to you at that point in time?
Well, you know what? Yeah, it did and it didn't. As in, it did it like, you know, that's cool to get the feedback from somebody, and it did it because we already knew like, oh yeah, this shit hot. We over here, but we just, you know, when you first start doing something, nobody really rocking
Paying you
with
attention.
you.
Yes,
Nobody really
exactly,
rocking with you.
exactly.
You know, until
Yeah.
they see you get a little more attention, see a little more people give you more feedback. Now,
Right.
it's a domino effect.
Facts. Now, when you're going through that situation, this just even speaking of your career in general, because you pretty big time, you know what I'm saying? So when you're going through that situation where you having to grow your crowd of people, you know what I'm saying? What is that like? What was that mindset and mentality for you at that point?
Well, just you know, when you first start, you really don't know what to do, but you just doing stuff and analyzing the results. You know, like, oh, you know, I had this many people give me feedback, or I had, you know, this many people, whatever, you know, like, look, view my story or this or that. So, like, you know, you upload a freestyle or whatnot. So at that point, we was just really going with the flow. Like, let's put something up, take some dope pictures, this, that, and you know, people see what people think. You know, so it's just like anybody else. When you first come up, you know, you don't know what to expect, but you know, obviously we want to grow.
Facts. And that's another thing too. Like, this is when you understand whether you doing it for yourself or you doing it for the likes of others. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, when you do stuff for other people and you feel like they don't like it, you can quit. Compared to if you just do it because this will make me happy.
When we first started doing it, we did it because we liked it and we thought it was sick. You know, we didn't do it because, like, you know, obviously, like, oh, we thought we were the sickest or whatever. We liked what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like, other people, it was domino effect. You know?
Yeah, that's all it is. That's how it goes. So make sure y'all stay committed to the process. Now, you speak on being kicked out of every school, but you would graduate in juvie or in camp. And one of the things you said you would do was you would tag on paper. Now, Swifty Blue, learning the game that you understand now, understanding life how you understand now. Do you feel like if you could do it all over again, you would actually go to school, or do you feel like you would, however you handled it, that's how it is?
Well, if I can go back, I just try to discipline myself more and just try to do what I'm doing now. But I would have just try to focus more and get started at a younger age, you know? That's so right. Oh, okay, you know, the older I get, the more I focus, the more now I'm writing rap, now I'm actually shooting videos, doing this. I wish I would have done this back then. I would have got better results, you know?
Yeah, I feel that, you know? I feel that, yeah. What are some of the things that, you know, you feel like, how can you impact the next young man? Taking the same route Swifty Blue is taking, and helping him understand you shouldn't do this, you should do that. What are some of the things you think you would tell him?
You need to take chances, and you need to focus on yourself and focus on the results. You know, don't focus on your downfall. Just focus on the results that you're getting and try to make them better every single time. So just stay dedicated, you know, and you gotta love something in order to do it. You know, you can't do something if you don't love it. You know, you can't half step. You can't do something half and then wonder why you're not getting the results you expected. You know.
Facts. That's the truth, bro. Now, in what situation do you feel like you learned that? You know, like when you I could have went harder, but I just kind of half-assed it, and that's what happened.
When I dropped like one of my first videos. I seen the numbers it was getting and the results I got. Then I doubled back and dropped something better, you know. Double back and drop something better, and I just realized, you know, like I can't half step. I gotta give people more effort, you know.
That's right. I feel that. Now, rapping at 16. Now, before you out of Paramount was Lil Squirrel. Did you ever get to actually listen to his stuff or become a fan of his at all?
Well, you know what? At the time when I was coming up, I wasn't too much of a fan for the simple fact that I'm brainwashed.
Okay.
I'm brainwashed by the people around me.
Okay.
But as I grew older and developed a business mindset, I was able to see what the people have done, and instead of just looking at our differences and like, oh, he's from this side of town, I'm from this side of town, like fuck them, fuck the other side. No, I looked at it more like, oh, okay, look, he did this in Paramount when nobody else was doing it, and he was really from his neighborhood. He was really like a factor, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order for somebody else on this side to be down talking them or for whatever reason, you know, like
Right.
he must have been a factor. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so I just looked at the bigger picture and I just seen that the person had done something great.
That's right. That's right. Doing something great because, I mean, you gotta think about it. Being from that city, when there's not many rappers, you know, that's doing it. How much do you ever feel like some weight on your shoulders or pressure behind that? Because you know you gotta represent the city and put them on in this specific way.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, you end up realizing that you have a big influence, and a lot of people watching what you do. So, so you just try to give people the best influence possible. You know, so then that's why, you know, we do stuff like what we do when we do like food drives and we give clothes to homeless or stuff like that, because we want to give people a good influence, you know, stuff like, because now we know we got eyes on us, we got people watching, so
That's right.
So, you know,
Yeah, I feel that all the way, man. And you know, understood, and I guarantee you it's gonna be another dude coming up, you know what I'm saying, out of Paramount.
and that's
he
part
gonna have to-
part of the come up, you know.
Yeah.
How you gonna get blessed and not bless others,
That's right.
you know.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's the truth right there. Now, so you said around 18 or 19, you said I was done with the streets. It's no benefits. Now, when you speak of no benefits, explain what you mean by that, because as we know, it's kind of all about the streets today. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in the streets, then you kind of pussy, so to speak. So explain what you mean, you know, when you say it's no benefits.
Well, you know, if you like if you commit a crime for the benefit of the gang, it's funny how it works, because you could go sit down and do jail time, but you know, they're not gonna look out for you. They're not gonna send you money. Your family's gonna suffer. You know, so it doesn't really benefit you. You know, it doesn't benefit your life. It doesn't benefit you at all. So that's why I started realizing, like, I'm hustling backwards. Like I'm out here doing things thinking that it's gonna benefit, like thinking I'm gonna gain something. I'm not gonna gain nothing. You know, so I just realized, you know, I gotta leave all this other stuff, this street stuff alone, and go find something more productive to do that's gonna really benefit me, you know. So just stuff like that. Yeah.
I feel that. So like, what's your perspective on somebody who doesn't bang? You know, because I feel like people kind of often take, well, you ain't in the street, so you some type of sucker. You know what I'm saying? So what's your perspective on that?
I feel like that's the smartest thing you could do, you know, is represent yourself. You know, represent yourself. You don't have to represent a neighborhood. You don't have to represent a gang. You can represent yourself, you know. Represent your last name, your bloodline, your family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You know, I'm from a gang, but I don't glorify it, you know. I tell people, you know, that's not what you want, you know, you know, because I know what's the consequences to the lifestyle that we live.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man, and you know that come with a lot, but you know, it's life. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Now, you know, working job to job. You know what I'm saying? I know you was working at an agency, working for an agency in warehouses, things like that. Habit burger job. When you working these jobs, the whole time, were you feeling like this ain't me?
You know what? Yeah, let me get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
At the time, I needed the money, so I'm just like, you know, I'm doing whatever.
Right.
I'm doing whatever for the dough, even if it means working a 9 to 5 or whatnot. But once you realize your potential and that you're worth more than what, $14 an hour?
Yeah.
Or at the time, what, they were paying me like $12 an hour, something like that. So once you realize your potential, it ain't no looking back.
No, facts. And do you think, you know, a lot of people kind of be pushing that if you work a 9 to 5 is corny, which I don't agree with, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, that's how they make their living. So would you feel like working a 9 to 5 is corny?
I feel like working a 9 to 5 is real respectable.
Yeah, facts.
Because not everybody wants to do it. Not everybody's consistent enough to do it. You know, other people look for other things to do to make money, but working a 9 to 5 is real respectable.
Yeah, facts.
If you can work a 9 to 5, be consistent with it,
Yeah.
you know, more power to you. Don't let nobody discourage you.
Facts. Don't let nobody discourage you. Now, speaking of, go ahead.
What I do, encourage people is to find multiple sources of income.
That's right. Yeah. You gotta have you some side hustles too. Now, you speaking on washing dishes, cooking fries. What are some of the lessons that you would say you would have learned while working at a Habit Burger or working in a warehouse?
You learn how to value your money.
That's right.
You learn that something about harder money. You don't blow it off at like, you get money fast. Fast money, you get fast money, you might blow it fast. Harder money, you gonna value it more. So you're gonna wanna put some up. You're gonna wanna save some. You wanna do this. So that's what I learned. I learned how to value my money.
That's right. No, for real. Valuing money is an extreme thing, especially right now. And the way things are going on with COVID, you got to learn how to manage your money so you can make it stretch the way you need it to stretch. Now, December 2nd, you would drop December 2nd, 2019. After jail, you would drop Took Some Losses project. You actually sold hard copies. So what made you want to take the route of selling hard copies, and how did you feel about the outcome of things?
Well, we had a talk with the label, and we said, let's put together some merchandise and some hard copies, some things so we could sell as a package deal, and we ran with the idea. So that was that, and basically, yeah, it was influenced by what Nipsey Hussle had done.
Facts. It's straight out the trunk type. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, now with passing out these hard copies, what type of appreciation did you gain for just that type of work? Because we know Nip sold them out the trunk, stood at gas stations. What type of appreciation did you gain for that type of hustle?
You know what? It was just dope. It's dope to be able to see people still listening to CDs. Even though now you have apps where you can listen to music. You got YouTube. There's no need for CDs.
Facts.
But it's dope to see how much people appreciate the music. Yeah. That they're still willing to go out their way and listen to a CD.
Yeah, facts, for sure. Now, on that project, you would have Glasses Malone, Lil Deuce, Young Brody. Shout out to all of them. What was it like coming together and even putting some music together with these people of this stature?
Well, just the features on it goes to tell you that's some LA.
Yeah,
that's
facts.
LA,
Yeah,
So
West Coast, kept it
exactly,
West Coast all the way. Now I feel that, and shout out to Glasses Malone. He is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Compton type. Now, this is around the time you started taking music serious. You said I was having life trips. You said that I was wasting my time. So when you speak on, what's a moment or what's a thought that you had that just, what hit you and was like, bro, you need to stop and you need to really go for this and take it serious?
Some of your lowest points in your life, like after losing everything and, just going through so many struggles that you get, you hit rock bottom, and then you still go through some more bullshit, some more trouble, and you go through some more struggles, and then you hit an even deeper point of rock bottom you would have never even imagined. Right. So stuff like that, hitting points like that in my life made me realize, I can never put myself in these situations ever again. I need to be more responsible and value myself for what I'm worth, and I can't waste my time. I can't backtrack. I can't. I just can't do that to myself. That's it. So
yeah, I feel that, man. Now, GrimeyGang, you shot the video for this. Now, this is one of your most viewed videos. 790,716 views. Behind Cuerno de Chivo, featuring Chito Ranas. Shout out, bro. At he got millions of views on YouTube, y'all. 4.1 million. And then you got the real at 1.6 million. Now, this came after a situation which you felt was a kind of a bad deal that you had just got out of, and you realized I can do it all on my own. So when you're seeing these numbers run up like that, what type of light would go off in your head to let you know, bro, you are all that you need. Just keep going.
Well, you see people rocking with you, and then you see the support is real, so that just motivates you to keep on going, and you see what you can do by yourself without having to use somebody else's platform, or without having to, without having to use like marketing or promote or pay for certain promotions or whatnot. You know, that's all organic. You know, that's it's not the easiest thing to do nowadays, but
not at all.
But it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. Now, when you're seeing these millions of views, bro, you see these videos get ran up millions of times. What is it like for you waking up and seeing them views?
Man, it's a trip. It's crazy. We hit the first million views, and everybody's tripping like, oh, look at the numbers. And people tapping in, trying to work.
Yeah. What type of attention did you start to get? Did the attention kind of fly in around that time, or was it something that was a slow build up?
Well, you get a lot of attention, and you get a lot of things that come with it, you know, as in like, you know, for sure people trying to work and whatnot, you know, new people tapping in with the music, platforms going up, but at the same time, you know, you got haters, whatnot, people just,
for sure,
you know, hate on you, you got more, whatever.
Yeah. You can't have success without that, you know what I'm saying? That comes hand in hand, whether you know it or not.
No doubt.
You know, and I feel like a lot of people, when they think of success, they think of this perfect life, it's all happy and smooth, but they don't think of the part that comes in the back end that people got to struggle and stress to deal with. So, man, shout out to y'all for doing that, man. And now the real Grimy Records was actually named after a good friend of yours who passed away. Y'all started dropping music in 2018. Now, why do you feel like it was so important to actually name this and attribute this to your friend?
Well, around the same time he passed away, it was just a tough time for everybody dealing with his loss. Everybody who was involved with us making music and part of us working and grinding together. It was something hard for us to swallow. So we were all very discouraged around that time. And my business partner, he said, you know what? Because we were pushing the record label 110 South. That's the freeways. It's the 110 all the way down. All the cities that it goes off to. We had rappers from every section. Okay. So we're pushing a label called 110 South. So the owner of 110 South was like, let's just push the new label, Grimy Records. He said, let's just do that. You know, it's only right. And from there, we just ran with the idea. And we started GrimeyGang and everything else that came with it.
Yeah, and it ran up from there, as y'all can see. Make sure y'all tap into the YouTube, because you got a whole bunch of slappers on there. Now, you started to work with Cali and Rosecrans Vic. What is it like working with these guys, and how did you guys first establish a relationship?
I first started working with Cali around 2018, 2019. It was interesting at first because I was new to the music, so seeing what they do for other artists, I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. I found the plugs right here, perfect.
He said, I found them. I came up.
I got at Cali. Like, hey man, we gotta work. Yeah. I didn't know they had a studio in my hood, and I was just like, man, let's work, let's do this, that. You know, I was just excited, you know, because the whole time I'm right here working on getting my music stuff, like working on getting stuff popping. I didn't know I had these resources right behind my house.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
Literally, like right behind my mama house in the city of Paramount. They got a studio right there. So I was like, that's dope. So it's, you know, things were more accessible for me than I expected.
Right. So you contacted Cali. What was that thing that made you contact him? Had you been following him for a minute, seeing what he was doing? How did you even catch wind that was the guy you needed to hit up?
Rob 2, I seen Rob 2 leaving the studio one day, and I was walking to the liquor store, and I was like, what's up, my boy, we gotta lock in. He said, yeah, he's like, come to the studio whenever. And I was like, where's it at? He said, it's right here. I was like, what? I don't know, there was a studio right there. He's like, well, my boy, let me take you in real quick. He took me inside the studio. I was like, no way, I don't know there's a studio right here. Yeah. From there, I pulled up one time, and Cali was there. Yeah. and Rob was the one who introduced me to Cali. So I talked to Cali, and I explained to him, oh man, I didn't know you guys had a studio in the city, and we got to work. I see he managed Big Swift.
Yeah, shout out Big Swift.
And I was interested in what they had going on, so I was just like, you know, I'm gonna need the resources. Any resources you guys got, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing for Swift. He was already doing shows with Rosecrans, and they were, you know, they were part of a lot of artists come up. You know, they were part of the foundation. They were there for interviews and you know, blogs, whatever. So they would just. I see what they did, and I was like, yeah, they gonna help me for sure. Yeah, mandatory.
He said, I need parts. You know what I'm saying?
Mandatory. So and now we all working. Now we all working together. So
yeah. So what is it like? Dope. Just seeing how, you know, you guys are all growing. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're a part of this. What are some of the things that you're most proud of when you look at that circle?
I'm proud of everybody's growth. I'm proud of everybody. You know. Everybody networking hard and doing things. You know, everybody goes above and beyond because there's no way that you're gonna get where you're at if you don't do the extras, you know. So for sure, no doubt. Like, you know, I'm sure everybody works really hard at what they do. So you know, it's dope working with these people because you know that they've been grinding hard for what they're doing.
Right. So what's something that you say that you've learned about teamwork? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people kind of like, I can do this all by myself. You know, they feel like that's the mindset because we've heard Nipsey say, I did it by myself. But we all know Nipsey had a team. You know, he took charge of it. You have to do so much by yourself. But at certain points, you're gonna need a team. So how important it is do you feel like your team, you know what I'm saying, a part of your success?
I feel like it's one of the most important things to play a position in a team because you're not gonna be able to win if you're not playing if you're not being a team player, you know. So you're gonna need people around you to work together, you know, so you guys can run plays and make money or whatnot, or you know, you're gonna need the help for sure.
I feel like so. I want to ask you something. What is something that you respect in people? You come across some people. What's the first thing that you like? This is the standard, right? This is what I respect. What is that?
I respect humble people. I respect honest people, and well-mannered people. Okay. Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of different types of people out here. Right. And some people have no manners. Some people have no respect towards others. Whatever.
How important is it? Do you feel like to be able to sniff out the fake? You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody putting on a show, they just trying to, you know.
You gotta be able to feel somebody's energy. You got to be able to tell when somebody's lying to you, and you got to be able to, you know, it's very important because that's gonna be your demise. For sure. Dealing with fake people, you know, people who are only around for their benefit, not everybody's benefit as a team, but for their personal benefit.
That's right. That's a real big one right there. You got to be careful with the company you keep. Now, August 31st, 2020, there was a vlog because you post, you know, vlogs of just daily, you know, your daily life. There was a vlog that you posted just hanging on a block. Somebody pulled up, got a picture with you, things like that. Like you make yourself accessible, so to speak, in the most careful way that he possibly can. So, on August 31st, 2020, there was a vlog where you patched up a wall someone had tagged on. And you said, this is out of respect for my neighbors, you know what I'm saying, the police driving around, my kids, you know, the pets. You said when people make dumb decisions, everybody suffers from that. So why was that important for you to patch that wall up and you know, to make sure that you did your part in the community?
Well, you know, I don't think I'm not sure. I got to go back and look at the video, but that apartment building, that wall that they were riding on, it was under construction, and the people who were doing construction in it, they were like real cool with me. Like they were real smooth. They let me use the vacant apartments for videos and stuff. They were cool. Like when they were done working, they'll offer me beers and stuff. So they were like, they became my friends. And then they seen the tagging on the wall, and they were upset because they thought it was me. But I explained to them that it wasn't me. That it was other people writing on the walls, you know, because they know I live right there. So they write on the walls, you know, to put their hood out there. But you know, I told them that out of respect for him, like, you know, I know they do it because of me. That I'm a go and paint it because, you know, like, you know, obviously the people who did it are not gonna paint it, and I'm not gonna go tell them like, hey, go do this. So I just did it, you know, out of respect. And plus, my mom never really liked seeing the tagging, so I did it for moms too. Did it for moms. He gave me some paint. I went over there and I painted over it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, contributing.
It's part of getting old. It's part of getting older too. I'm like, you know, we try to make it nice right here. Try to make the neighborhood look good.
Because they was working hard. It looked like they had painted the whole parking lot, painted the numbers on there, all that. You know, it was looking good.
Yeah.
You know, so for you to do that, like I said, bro, that's just commendable. You know.
No,
what
I
I'm
told
saying?
my people, no, don't trip. I got you, man. I'm gonna go and paint that wall for you. I got you.
Well, how important is it, do you feel like it is to be that kind of person? You know what I'm saying? To be that person to take care of things and to make sure things go smoothly,
well,
you know?
I'll be honest with you, you know, like it's important to be that type of person, but I feel like, you know, some people are raised that way and some people are not. So it's just like, you know, it's like a dime a dozen, you know, they come a dime a dozen. So, you know, not everybody's gonna be like that. Some people might be like, fuck that shit, man. Whatever. Yeah. That's not my problem, but, you know, it's cool when you come across people like that. I feel like it's cool, but, you know.
I mean, well, that shows leadership for sure.
No, yeah, no doubt, you know.
For sure. Yeah. Now, December 23rd, you know, 2020, shout out to Sean, your boy, who dropped the movie Sancho Claus. Now, this comes out, and you were able to make an exclusive song for this movie. And if you want to see this movie, it is actually on Amazon Prime. Shout out to Duno. Duno was in that movie as well. What was it like getting that call to be able to make a song for a movie? And did you watch the movie and actually, you know, hear the song, things like that?
You know what? I watched the movie before it came out. After I made the record for the song. I mean, made the record for the video, for the song, for the movie. My bad, I'm high as fuck.
Nah, you good, bro. You straight.
Yeah, so but it was dope. It's always dope when homies give you opportunities to make money. Like, you know, the homie was working on this film, and he told me I want an exclusive soundtrack. What's up? Like, I'm gonna pay you. I'll write you a check. I said, let's go, man. I said, hold up, write me a check. All right.
He said, I'm gonna do it for that bang, huh?
Man, where the studio at?
Yeah.
Play the beat.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, how long did it take you to make that song, and what was the concept of this song?
Basically, he gave me the ideas of the movie, what he was doing. He let me see the scenes, and he kind of told me what he wanted me to talk about a little bit. So I just ran with the idea, and I try to be creative with it. But I was really like just, you know, give it a little game, and then talking about what he does, you know. You know, like the movie Sancho Claus, he's low key like he out here hollering at these females and stuff. He pimping.
Yeah.
So that's what I talk about in the song. Like I'm like, baby, I'm your Sancho. I'm not your main squeeze. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I feel that now.
No, that's a really fun song. That's a dope song to work on, and that was my first placement for a film. You know, and it's dope as opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's you know, a very big film or very small film, whatever
it counts.
Whatever opportunity it was, you know, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good to be able to say like, oh yeah, I've done something for a movie. Yeah.
Now, would you love to do something like that in the future? Have you had any more opportunities since?
You know what? Now that you mention it, it makes me think, and for sure, well, we've talked about it before with my label. Like they mentioned to me that they have a few resources. Well, they've had like different people reach out and tell them like send me soundtracks. We're working on films or whatever, and I think these were some pretty big films. So you know, they've reached out to me. I've sent some records. I never got a response, but I'm open to trying to do something for some films. That'd be really dope. I'll be really dope. I love that. But you know what? One thing that I do plan on doing, you know, for sure, I plan on directing my own film. And working on my own films, whether it's my own film or whether it's my own documentary. But for sure, I'm doing my own documentary. But you know, hopefully in the near future, work on a film. You know, no doubt. You know, expect soundtrack for the films. You know, that I work on myself, or documentary. Expect soundtrack exclusive for the documentary.
But now, do you want to act at all? Do you want to see yourself in a movie?
You know what? That's one thing. That's one thing I also want to do. Young and coming up, making music. I always wanted to do some type of like, you know, film. Come out in a film, do some type of acting, but. You know, now I'm a little more like realistic, and I'm like, damn, like it's gonna be hard for somebody to put me in a good movie as one of the main characters, because you know when people are making movies, when these you know folks are making movies, they're going for ideal characters.
Why wouldn't you be an ideal character though?
And the thing about it is like, you know, I feel like, you know, it just, my image is so different. It's so different that you know, like obviously, like when you first making music, not everybody rocking with you, but the more you make it, the more you come up, you build audience. So it's like when you first, you know, like they're not gonna rock with you for the films, but then maybe if they see you do your own film and be successful, then maybe somebody's gonna want to invest in something. You get what I'm saying, mate? And that's the way I see it. But yeah, for sure, I feel like maybe if I put together something dope, then we could work on something even bigger. Kind of like what Ice Cube did.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like what Ice Cube did. You know, he did his own Friday, and after that, he on big films. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
But if you go back and you think about it, like before Ice Cube dropped that, like they not looking at Ice Cube as we're gonna use you for movies for ideal. You know what I'm saying? You're the ideal person we're gonna use for film. You know? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta have that range.
Like he showed them that he was marketable. You know, so that's sometimes you gotta prove yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
So I feel like that's what I need to do a little bit. Prove myself. Prove that I'm marketable. Do some dope stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Probably get in shape and then come.
Niggas don't even get in shape.
And then come out doing like a dope ass film like.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think being in shape would do? Do you think that would just make you feel better, or do you think that'll make you more appealing?
It's more marketable. It's more marketable, as in like, for sure, it's more appealing. Yeah. So it's like 9 times out of 10, you doing a film, and it's like some gangster shit or some killer shit or whatever. That's the type of shit I'm going for, like film wise or something. Motherfuckers in shape, motherfuckers is fighting, motherfuckers is doing this. Let's make it realistic. Let's get cut up. We do a film, something in the hood, motherfucker boxing, motherfuckers this, that, doing some action shit. We're gonna make people believe this shit.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm
saying? I'm not saying motherfucker can't box right now, but like let's get in shape so we could box motherfuckers that look like we could box a 6'4", cut up off old shit. You know what I'm saying? Make it look realistic or whatnot. And shit, we might even do a scene jumping out of a helicopter, like hanging. Yeah,
you for sure got to be looking right for that.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like we trying to be more marketable, more this, more that. Not, you know, that's it. I feel
that. So, okay, if there was a movie that you can think of that already exists, what would you say is the perfect movie for you? In the perfect role in the movie, like, is it a Training Day? Is it
I'm not gonna lie. You know what movie I think I would have came out cool in? I could have played a cool little role.
What's that?
But I would have had to be like one of the little main characters, like in a Fast and the Furious or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can see that. For sure. Yeah.
And I low key got some. I got like an old school El Camino, and that shit got like a 6.0 in there. Oh man. I got some shit, so I'll be sitting down thinking like, damn, I'll pop out and I'll race Dominic or something.
Whoa. Yeah, I feel that. You know what? That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
probably help them set somebody up or something.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He crazy, but no, I feel that, man. The acting situation is really dope. You know what I'm saying? People don't see the type of time that really goes into that, bro. Because like off of a minute worth of a hit, they might have to shoot that 30 times before they get it right.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? And I had my part in the movie. All Good in LA 2 should be coming out sometime this year.
Dope.
Also, they shot some skits, but they ain't dropped it yet. I'm like, when y'all gonna drop this? Drop the content. I want to see myself acting. But no, man, shout out to that, bro. And shoot, I'm looking forward to seeing something that you're gonna put together like that.
No doubt,
for
real soon.
On the real, yeah, man. So, now you got this picture on IG with the caption, "Sometimes I sit back and think of my struggles." And there's a in your music you kind of reference the stress, you know, the losses, the weight of the world, things like that. Now, when you speak on this stuff, do you use this as a vent? You know what I'm saying, to kind of keep it real? Is music your way of venting and just being honest with your feelings?
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. So that's why I try to, when I first started, I was rapping. It was easy for me to express myself, express the pain in it, and tell those stories. But then I kind of got more into the shit talking part of it. Okay. Shit talking to the music part. But you know, rappers have their phases. Mm-hmm. But then you know, the more I get into more the real life shit and venting, mm-hmm. then I realize that it helps me cope with my downfalls, or it helps me cope with whenever I'm feeling some type of way, whatnot, you know, mm-hmm. like the music, making the pain music is gonna help me. It's gonna help me cope with the certain emotion I'm feeling or whatnot.
I feel that. How many times have people came up to you and kind of referenced a song or a line that you said and was like, "Bro, that helps me so much," you know, because I was going through that too.
Hundreds of times, and somebody even did they've given me paintings and canvases, mm-hmm. and in the back they'll reference their favorite songs, or they'll quote lyrics to the songs, mm-hmm. and that just shows
that's
me.
Dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that just shows me how much people rock with the music, the influence. Like, oh yeah, I could tell people something mm-hmm. that's gonna motivate them. Mm-hmm. You know, so I can rap about a certain loss, and they're gonna relate to it.
For sure.
And they're gonna listen to it so they could cope, mm-hmm. so they could cope with what they're going through. So mm-hmm. that's dope. That's dope, yeah. And you know, it's like people you least expect. Mm-hmm. I got females listening to some raw shit, you know, mm-hmm. whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. So that's just dope.
Mm-hmm. Now, somebody had tweeted today that Nipsey Hussle has a line for every situation that you go through in life, right? So I want to ask you, what is a Nipsey Hussle line that you think off the top of your head that you could say that really touched me and that means something to me? Because we know he got a lot of them. He for sure got a lot of them.
You know what? What was it? It was, I forgot the name of the song. Mm-hmm. I think it's called, I forgot what it's called, but it goes, do I love her, do I lust her? The struggles of a hustler, life as a banger,
yeah,
death is no stranger. Yeah, that one, I like that. That should really make you think and shit, and that shit, you know? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was another one where he talked about so dope to buy groceries. Mm-hmm. So I really like, damn, like I really feel, you know, like I could cope. I could relate to that motherfucker. So I just feel like, you know, I see now he making music, you know? Mm-hmm. So that shit really helped me a lot.
Yeah, so what do you think about your own?
It motivated me, yeah. You know, it motivated me like he rapping. He done been through the same struggles I've been through.
Facts,
like, you know?
Facts. Yeah, that I think people think it's kind of like you're supposed to hide your feelings or hide the fact that you go through things. But it's like, bro, when you admit that you're going through stuff, that helps people relate to you more.
Yeah, it helped me realize that, you know, I'm not the only one going through these type of struggles.
Yeah.
You know, there's other people out there that I could relate to that been through a struggle, that overcame this.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that you would say that you was afraid of that you had to overcome? Like, we all got some sort of fear, you know, something that's kind of like, I don't want to have to face that. But is there something that you feel like you
Rejection.
have?
Rejection.
Yeah.
You know, okay. I was afraid to be rejected from my family. I was afraid to be rejected from my neighborhood. I was afraid to be rejected from my supporters, from my audience, you know, everybody. That was one thing that kind of held me back from doing exactly what I wanted to do and just go full-fledged into music was the rejection, you know, like, you know, like I just afraid to get rejected. I don't know how my people react, you know. I don't want the homies I don't want to deal with the hood politics, whatever, you know, like, you know, you rapping, you gonna have to deal with politics, whatever, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that. That's
stuff like that. So I was just that's the rejection. I was just like, damn, like, you know.
Okay, so did you face a situation where you had to overcome it right there?
You know, yeah, when I first came up, you know, my peoples wasn't being supportive, you know, at all. So, you know, I was going through a lot of struggles and there was a lot of, you know, like I argue with my peoples a lot because you know, because I was doing bad, I wasn't making money, stuff like that, and then like shit like that, you know.
How many people have you noticed weren't believing in the beginning that you turned into a believer today? And what is that like? Because, you know, I think people get this misconstrued. It ain't no better feeling than waking somebody up.
Well, I'll be honest with you, like when I first started doing what I'm doing, nobody believed in me. Like really nobody. When I first started, nobody believed in me. You know, like people let you down, whatever, and nobody's gonna be supportive of what you're doing. But as I started doing things for myself and just keeping investing in myself, I started to see more people believe in me, you know. But yeah, when I first started, nobody believed in me.
Facts.
Straight up,
Facts.
nobody. When I first, you know, like I come around the homies try to rap and whatnot, you know, like nobody will want to pay attention or whatever. But as I keep doing it, start believing in myself. You know, I start writing little raps. You know, I turn one person to a believer. Now it's like you see me getting money. You see me doing shows, selling merch. Everybody's a believer. You know what I'm saying? People see me buy nice jewelry, buy cars.
It's
you
like,
know,
oh, now you see it.
They know I don't. They know, you know, that he's just music. What does he do? He's making music. He's going, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. Now, let's talk about Mozzie. You know, when did you realize Mozzie was somebody that you felt was influenced? Because you know, when you listen to your music, you can hear a lot of Nipsey, you can hear a lot of Mozzie, you can hear even, you know, from the lingo with Mozzie.
That's who I was listening to. That's who I was listening to before I started dropping music myself. I was listening to a lot of Nipsey, a lot of Mozzie, a lot of like, you know, a lot of Mozzie's camp, all the Nipsey's camp, all the LA shit for sure, old school shit. But yeah, so that's why when I started dropping music, that's the influence. That's how my music was sounding like who I'm influenced by.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because those are the artists I was listening to. I was never straight up when I came up, I was never really listening to like I may have listened to like fucking like what's his name, Lil Rob or something.
Yeah, Lil Rob. Shout out to Lil Rob. Yeah,
or like some Baby Bash or something. Yeah. But I never really listened to too much like Chicano rap or other stuff like that, you know. So that's why my music sounds more influenced like, I'm influenced by Nipsey Hussle, I'm influenced by Mozzie, them type of artists. My music sounds more like that lane.
Yeah, but it's authentic because it's you at the end
of
the day.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's just definitely you. Now, did you ever get to meet Nipsey?
I met Nipsey.
You met him?
I met him one time.
Oh, okay. So speak on that.
I used to go to the store all the time to go buy clothes when they used to open. I went to the store before they remodeled it, when it was just still selling like white T-shirts and stuff, like Pro Clubs, Shockers and stuff. And then I went to a store after the remodel started doing special drops to Puma shoes. I bought those. I met Nipsey one time when he was out there riding dirt bikes. I pulled up to the store. Yeah. He pulled up to a parking lot. He was right there chilling. Yeah. Took a couple of pictures with some people. Yeah. I was able to chop it up real quick, let them know what's up. Like, hey man, like I fuck with you, the music, and I'm start making music myself, you know. Yeah. He's like, hell yeah, you know. Like I told him, you motivate me you motivate me to want to make music and start my own label, all that. Yeah. He's like, hell yeah, no, he's like, that's what's up. That's really cool. Yeah.
How was that moment for you, man? How did you feel, bro?
Man, it was dope because it's like this how I feel, and I'm pretty sure anybody else would have felt like that. Let's say you're like in the 1990s, and you meet Tupac, like at one of the stores or something that his people own or whatever. That's how I felt. I felt meeting Nipsey at what's it called, at his store that day. I felt like I was in the 90s meeting Pac, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's a great feeling, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to describe that, but it's a great feeling, you know?
Right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? Because now Pac is dead, and he's been dead for years.
Right.
You know, unfortunately Nipsey's dead as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, that's how I can describe that feeling. Like, imagine you in the 90s and you got to meet Pac.
That's
Yeah,
something,
you know what I'm
something
saying?
beautiful.
That's something that you're able to tell your kids.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met Pac. I met Pac one time. I seen him at a store. Yeah. You know, I met Nipsey. I tell my daughters, like, you know, like who knows? Maybe when my daughter's like a little older, they over here bumping some Nipsey or something, bumping some racks in the middle or bumping something.
Facts.
I'll be able. I met Nipsey. You know, I met him at a store where I used to go pull up buy clothes.
Yeah, the crazy part, man. Okay, so I went to Crenshaw. I met Nipsey on several occasions, right? And my coach was like, he worked with Nipsey. My coach was like, "Brock, they're your favorite rapper, Nipsey." I said, "Man, that ain't my favorite rapper." He was though. Being too cool, right? And I think about that to this day. Like, I should have embraced that. I should have been like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you do run into your favorite rapper, embrace it, you know, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be able to capitalize on that moment and at least say what's up to him and talk to him. So you pulled up to the Marathon store after he passed away. Now, thinking about that moment when you met him until then, you know, how was that moment for you?
You know what? It was kind of it was disappointing. Yeah. Because I was talking to one of my boys who he works hard. He hustles real hard, so he has a lot of money to invest. And he was telling me like, "Hey, I fuck with what you're doing with the music." He's like, "What do we need to do to get you on a bigger scale, bigger platform, whatever?" And I told him honestly, maybe a feature with one of the biggest artists in LA. And he was like, "What are you thinking?" I told him straight up, I'm thinking like, at the time, Nipsey. I was like, "Nipsey," I'm thinking Nipsey. And he's like, "What do you think he's charging?" I was like, "Man, I'm really not sure." But, you know, like,
you know he charges
let's reach out. It's not impossible, you know. To reach out, we figure it out.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Now,
money, you know, money talks.
Yeah, money talks for sure all day long. You want something to happen, you gotta have that bread. Now, you've done some great things in the community. You know, toy drives. You know, taking care of a lady who had been robbed and things like that. How does it feel to you to come back and serve the community and give back?
Man, it feels good to be able to give back and be able to have the opportunity to help others. You know, for sure, it's a blessing.
So you got more toy drives coming, more food drives, things like that?
No doubt. We have a few things lined up for the next holidays and a few special events.
Okay, cool. Now, you know, the brand is Clap It Up. So I want to ask you, when you look back at your life, where you stand this today, what is it that you clap it up for when you think about everything that you've been through?
Man, I clap it up for the fact that one of my teachers and one of my principals, they, you know, growing up I was a knucklehead going to school, so they told me a couple of things that really stuck with me in my life. They told me, one of them was telling me that I'm a junior gangster and I'm gonna end up in jail. I'm not gonna, you know, like, I was gonna be a fuck up. In other words, one of my teachers told me something similar, and told me that I didn't have no future. And now I'm thinking like within a few years, of me taking something real serious, I'm pretty sure that I made more money I made more money within like a 6-month period of them working like a whole year at the damn school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for me to be able to sit here and chill and just be able to like talk, you know what I'm saying, talk about it, I'm just like, that's something I can clap it up for.
Yeah,
you know,
for
I'm like,
sure. Clap
you know
it
what I'm
up
saying? I done proved them wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably driving a better whip and all that, you know?
Well, you know what? Biggie said something similar to that. Maybe he was talking, I don't know. Biggie said he got a line, and if you're a Biggie fan, you should know what the heck I'm talking about. So I want you to take a moment to manifest something that you want to happen in your life. It could be this year, it could be next year, but something that absolutely has to happen, or something that's in your spirit, like this has to happen.
No, well, you know what I really been on lately, and it's just a matter of time. I'm want to buy my first property.
Okay.
So I'm manifesting that I'm gonna buy my first house.
Okay, bet.
And I'm gonna make sure it's a real decent, real nice house. You know?
Yeah, for sure. So it means it's like an investment property or something for you to live in.
You know, either or, whether I decide to use it to rent it out, and you know let it pay itself off, or whether I decide to, you know, it's gonna be my house, my first house. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure, but you know that's one of my plans for sure. I want to buy a property.
Yeah, that's a great mindset to have because we need those assets.
No doubt.
Now, anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my label, OTR Records. I want to give a shout out to Grammy Records, and I want to give a shout out to everybody rocking with me, all the supporters, all the people who keep me dripped up. Asilico, Grammy Boys, everybody, Shockaware. Yeah. And you know, appreciate you.
Yeah, no, appreciate you, Brody, on everything I love. Now, you know what I'm saying? Just chop game on my boy Swifty Blue. Make sure y'all tap into all his content, all his music. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap into the toy drives he's doing, so maybe you can bless your child with one, food giveaways, anything like that. It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clap It Up LA. Shout out Kev 22 in Cypress Marino. Tap in and tapped in. We out.